In this video, I want to ask you a couple of questions about your country. If someone asks you if you love your country, how would you answer to it? On the other hand, no country is perfect. If you had to choose something you dislike about your country, what would you say to this question?
Maybe.
What do you think?
Probably
That's so true! Hello everyone, how you guys? ご皆さんご機嫌いかがでしょうか？今日も可能性無限大 This is タロサックということで、今日の動画では海外の若者に聞く自分の国のダメなところは一体何？というテーマでやっていきたいと思います。この動画を見ている皆さんに質問です。あなたは自分の国を心から愛していますか？こう質問されたらなんて答えますでしょうか？世界的に見ても美味しい食べ物がたくさんあったり、非常に独特な文化が根強く残っていたりして、とても素敵でいい国だと思います。ただどうしても日本に限らず、完璧な国っていうのは存在しないと思うんですよね。昔から何かしら自分の国に対してネガティブなところがあると思う人も絶対多いはず。僕もまだ34歳なので若い方かと思うんですが、特に10代20代の若い世代っていうのは自分の国に対してどう考えているのでしょうか？今日の動画ではここオーストラリアにいる日本人以外の若者に自分の国を愛してるかと聞かれたら何と答えるか、そしてどういったところが自分の国の良いと思うところなのかに限らず、どこがあなたの国のダメなところだと思いますか？こんなところまで質問していって、海外の若者の自分の国に対する考えをインタビューしていきたいと思います。僕のチャンネルでは様々なトピックに関する外国人のインタビュー動画ですとか英語学習に関するコンテンツを毎週配信しております。見るだけで頭の中がグローバル化すること間違いなし。面白いと思ってもらえた方はチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。ということで今日も早速行きましょう。 What country are you from?
So I'm from France.
Yeah. What made you come to this country instead of staying in your country now?
Well, I surf. Australia's great for that.
I can tell actually.
Yeah.
You look like a surfer.
Australia's easy to find a job. Australia pays well. Australia's just built for backpackers.
Yeah, looking for a good life, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Just having fun,
Okay, came to have a good life. And I'm gonna ask you some questions about your country.
Please do.
If someone asks you if you love your country, France, how would you answer to it?
I would answer yes. I mean,
Oh, you don't say yes?
I would say yes.
you would say yes.
Because France provides with anything we need. It's like a very protective country.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of rights. Just don't take these for granted,
Yeah, true.
People worked hard for these.
Yeah.
So I do love France, but there's some other stuff that's just, ups and downs.
It's very important. People tend to take it for granted for whatever they have, but we need to appreciate every small things.
Yeah.
I'm from Japan and I love it there quite a lot because we are one of the safest countries in the world. We've got a unique and beautiful cultures. That's why I like about my country. So
That's cool.
when it comes to good aspects of your country, what would you say?
I mean, France is known mostly for food,
French.
Culture,
Yeah.
cinema.
Cinema.
French cinema is huge. Yeah,
right.
France has got a very strong cultural identity.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. That's something I like about it. Not
Yeah.
every country is very strong in that position. Most of them are, but it's only the countries that everyone knows. And everyone knows them for that reason because they've got something that others don't.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about it. It's just the culture in France is really strong, and you can really get lost because it is compared to Australia. Yeah, sure, it is a small country, but you can find people very, very different from each other.
Yeah, right. Okay, on the other hand, I think no country is perfect. So you must have something you don't like about your country as well, right?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
18.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you this question to 18 years old man from France. What do you don't like about your country?
So first of all, I'll start off by saying I'm not into politics and everything, so I don't know much about it. That's okay.
Yeah.
The situation is
Situation is
in
What's
most
happening?
countries. It's just everyone's complaining all the time.
Yeah.
No one seems happy about it. That's just the way it is. Otherwise, I just don't like that sometimes some French people can have they're not very open-minded on the rest of the world. They're very focused on France itself.
Oh, right, I see.
And don't take time to just broaden their horizon and just see new places, meet new people.
Okay.
They tend to be very protective of what they know and don't want to see any change. That might be right for older generations, I'll say. But it's still something that me personally growing up the way I did, I fight a bit against that.
Yeah, okay.
I try to.
Yeah, we, including me and many Japanese people, especially young people, complain about the older generation who has that kind of limited
Yeah,
point of view.
Yeah.
But it's not only Japan, yeah? It's happening to
It's
in the other
everywhere.
countries.
I mean, it's just we're living in a new time, like new times. Things are changing slowly but surely,
yeah.
and I'm sure one day we'll live in a world where everyone accepts
Yeah.
everyone. Like, there's a bit of an anti-French racism in France because most French people who travel abroad are people from Paris,
Yeah.
and there's a stereotype of people from Paris everywhere in the world, including in France,
Really?
and they're not really like no, people don't like that.
Okay.
But it depends, you know. It's just like a stereotype.
Yeah, stereotype.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your thought, and it's good to hear that the ideas from this 18 years old man, you know, young people have an idea. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you very much, and merci beaucoup. What country are you from?
Australia.
Australia. I could tell in 3 seconds because of your accent.
Yeah.
Do you mind me asking how old you are now?
I'm 20.
20 years old.
Yep.
And you're here for surfing.
Yep,
You've got the
about to go
surfboard
in.
there.
Yep.
In this video, I want to ask you some questions about your country. It's a very random question, but if someone asks you if you love your own country, how would you answer to it?
Well, yeah, I do love my own country.
Do you?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Have you ever thought that you're quite lucky to be born in this country?
Yep.
You-
Yeah,
you're-
I think all Australians are pretty lucky to be born here.
Yeah,
It's,
okay.
it's very quiet. It's not very busy.
Yeah, not too stressful, hey?
Yeah.
You know, I'm from Japan and I love my own country because it's one of the safest country in the world. We've got the unique, beautiful cultures there, so
Yeah.
I love it there. If someone asks you the good aspects of your country, what do you think?
Probably like multiculturalism.
Multiculturalism.
That's a good part of it.
Yeah.
So like, we're all Australian, but there's a lot of people from overseas here. It's also quite safe, as you said, in Japan. I think it's also quite safe in Australia as well,
100%.
which is also really good.
Yeah.
I don't know, healthcare. That's a good thing.
Healthcare system,
It's
yeah?
a good thing.
You don't really have to pay much when you go
Yeah,
to
it's-
see a doctor when you're
Yeah,
sick.
it's good. I think that's good compared to other countries.
So the main question and the last question is going to be like this. What do you think about the negative aspects of Australia, you think?
The negative things. What can I think of? Wi-Fi.
A Wi-Fi. That's so true. That's so true.
We're like the ones that invented Wi-Fi, but because we're such a big country and we don't have like many people around us, they don't have enough towers or whatever. So
Yeah.
Wi-Fi's but
That's
bad.
so true. Well, you couldn't think of the negative aspect straight away, so it means so far so good.
So far so good.
But-
I do like living.
Yeah, but the Wi-Fi is so true. Like even you spend $100 or $200 a month, you
Yeah,
don't get
yeah.
the super fast Wi-Fi. Whereas in Asian countries, in most parts, you can.
Most
So
countries would be good, yeah.
that was a difficult question, I reckon. But thank you very much for your answer. What country are you from?
I'm from the United States of America.
You from the United States. I don't see many American people in Australia. So you are here for
Holiday. So I came to Australia maybe 4 or 5 days ago,
oh,
and I was in Melbourne. Yesterday was my first day in Sydney,
really?
and I leave later today. I'm going to Hong Kong.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Also, you're not here for like long time.
Yeah, not a long time. I'm still working. I just
Okay.
finished up college, so I don't have too many days. But
Okay.
I thought for a week maybe go visit Australia and Hong Kong.
Enjoying a bit of life before you get into the real life, eh? Well, what are you gonna do as your career?
So I work as a cybersecurity engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Service security engineer. It's like you're doing the IT stuff for
Yep, yep.
Security company.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I see.
Well, I work for an airline as well,
Oh.
so that's how I travel so much.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get a stuff discount sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell. Okay. So how old are you now?
I'm 23.
You're 23. Okay, so in this video, I want to ask you a couple of questions about your country. So it's a very random question, but if someone asks you if you love your country, how would you answer to it?
I would say I love America.
Yeah.
I was born there, raised there. Pretty much all I know. I'm just now traveling outside the country, but I would love it there. Yeah, it's my home.
Yeah, it's good to hear American accent sometimes, hey? Because I'm here for a long time. People speak like, how you going?
Yeah.
It's cool, but sometimes I like American accent. My accent is pretty mixed.
Yeah,
I've
I
got
couldn't tell.
You can tell.
I couldn't tell where exactly. Maybe Singapore, maybe Japan, maybe America even. I don't know. I couldn't
you-
tell. I couldn't tell, honestly.
Oh, that's interesting
Yeah,
to know.
yeah.
Yeah, because I've got, American friends,
Yeah.
English friends, Australian friends. I pick up everything,
Yeah.
and it's mixed. So like I said, I'm from Japan, and I like it there so much because it's got a beautiful food culture. We've got unique, culture itself. And I think it's pretty much different from everywhere. Have you been there before? Have you been there, by the way?
Yeah, I've been to Japan. I went about this time last year, actually. I went to Tokyo
Yeah.
for maybe a week.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it there. Yeah, I like the culture and the food.
Yeah, quite different from well, I don't know if you have Japanese town in the US, but it's quite different, isn't it?
Yeah, very different.
Yeah.
Really good food, though. I really like the food there.
Yeah, that's what I like about Japan. So when people ask you what you like about the US, what positive aspect do you think you have in the US?
I would really say that I like the diversity.
Diversity.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there's a lot of different cultures in America. We call it like a melting pot.
Yeah.
Because everyone kind of meshes together, and
Yeah.
there's different cultures, like a lot more mixed people, things like that. And even growing up, when you're from America, like you have friends of all races, you go over to their house, try their cultural food, they come to yours, try yours. So I enjoy that. And then you also like learn about different countries, like people from the Middle East, people from Europe, people from South America, there's a lot of them from there. So you really just get to see a lot of things growing up, and then also like just understanding, different political views, different things that are going on around the world. You hear a lot more in America because, it's a lot closer if you know somebody from that area.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
So because we don't have much diversity in Japan, I want to ask, what sort of benefits do you think you get to the society when you have a diversity in one country?
I feel like it really opens your mind up to just like not only thinking about, your upbringing and the way you are. Like in some cultures, like you walk in a house and you take off your shoes.
Yeah.
And in others, you're fine to walk out, which I don't really prefer, but I have kind of integrated that into my life because I do think it is interesting.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just makes you a wiser person. There's a lot of different interesting things in different cultures that you can take and make yourself a better person.
I see.
Yeah.
Fun to be a part of different cultures there sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last question and the main question of this video is going to be like this. No country is perfect. I know the US is amazing, wonderful country. At the same time, a lot of things are going on in the US as well. So, of course, I have something I don't like about Japan. Some culture is really strong. Like I said, I don't have diversity there.
Yeah.
So we have the strong norm, and if you are out of the norm, you're like oddity, like strange, weirdo. So that's what I don't like about Japan. Anyway, what sort of negative aspects do you think you have in the US?
There's a couple things, some bigger than others. I would say the cost of living has really risen in America.
Yeah.
It's gotten a lot more expensive. It's becoming a lot more difficult for a lot of people to afford even, simple basic necessities. I saw some statistics even, like for instance, most Americans don't even have $500 in case of an emergency.
Really?
Happen. Yeah. It's a growing number of people, yeah.
You
wouldn't think that though, thinking of Americans though, right?
Yeah, well, we think American people are rich.
Yeah. Well, it's not the case. Yeah, it's becoming difficult, but hoping it gets better. There's other things, like in some states and cities it's better than others, but like the transportation, there's not really a lot of public transit in a lot of places. Like where I'm from in Texas, there's pretty much little to no public transit. You kind of need a vehicle or a car or something unless you live in downtown area.
Texas sounds like super American.
I'm from Houston, Texas. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Houston.
And in other places it is better, like Chicago, New York. There are like subways, trains, buses. So it just depends where you are. And then also like the political views. Like there's really like a very like diverse set of people where it's kind of you're either one side or another. Where maybe I was younger. I didn't really know too much about politics, but I didn't think it was that way.
Okay.
Because even my parents say that like it's kind of like there's no middle ground anymore. It's either you're that side or that side. So it's interesting.
It seems like the things happening that one we see on TV, like there's no middle ground anymore.
Yeah.
It's like that side or that side. Yeah. So it's really divided into two.
Yeah, really divided these days. Yeah.
That's kind of sad, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Cheers. What country are you guys from?
Philippines.
The Philippines.
Philippines, yeah.
Manila?
Manila, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been in Australia now?
I've only been here for a year and a half. Yeah.
Not too short, but not too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just arrived this January, so less than 2 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How'd you find it so far?
It's really good.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
What made you get out of your own country and stay in another country to live?
I went here to study, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I had a very It's quite a toxic job when I was in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Toxic means like
Maybe the pressure
Okay,
of
yeah.
my age as well.
Yeah.
And career and all that. So I'm liking it here in Australia, in Sydney particularly, because I get to also enjoy and explore
yeah.
some of the places that I haven't been before.
Okay,
Yeah, and
okay.
also the independence.
Yeah, alright.
I enjoy it so much.
So it sounds like came here to find a better opportunity and also explore your life.
Exactly.
I reckon, yeah.
I've been here last 2023 and for vacation, but I really like those 10 days, so why not give it a try living here?
Yeah, you gotta give it a try before you hesitate doing something. This might be out of the blue, but if someone asks you if you love your country, how would you answer to this question?
I would say that I definitely do, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same in here. Who doesn't love their country?
Yeah, you gotta love your country, hey, to be happy first. I love my country, Japan, too, because it's got the nice food culture and beautiful, unique culture as well. So if someone asks you, why do you love your country? What aspects do you pick as a reason that you love your
I
country?
think it's really common that Filipinos are very friendly people,
Friendly, easy to
Yeah.
get along with.
easy to get along with. We're just known for our hospitality. Yeah.
The atmosphere and
Yeah.
people's personality.
Yeah.
That's what you like about your country. What do you reckon?
What I love most about my country is the people. We're really warm and welcoming, and we have this resilient spirit that's just there, even if we're going through whatever. Yeah.
On the other hand, no country is perfect. If you had to choose something you dislike about your country, what would you say to this question?
I would pick a really petty reason. Maybe the traffic.
Traffic.
Yeah, it's just traffic all the time in the Philippines. It's way too crowded where we live,
Yeah.
which is Manila.
Yeah.
So it's pretty congested. The
Is it
roads
crazy?
are so small. It's
Crazy.
always so
It's
hectic.
bad.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
it's so bad. Yeah.
Okay, so it's same as the imagination we might have, like we might see on the TV show that it's like so many like motorcycles and cars
Buses,
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Stressful, hey?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Probably the work-life balance there is not that good.
Really?
Unlike here, once you finish your work, you can't work anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
But unlike in the Philippines, after work hours, you still get calls, you still get emails, and it's like you still need to work.
Japan was like that. Maybe in some countries still, but nowadays the rules getting stricter.
Yeah.
So once you finish your job, you don't have to open the emails. You don't have to get the phone calls. Blah
Pretty
blah blah.
much the same here.
Yeah, should be like that. Hey, one day it should be changed.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay, that was good. Thank you very much. Yeah. How can I say thank you in your language?
Salamat.
Salamat. I
Yeah.
remember. Salamat.
Yeah.
Salamat, guys. はい、ということで本日はここまでですね、あなたの国のダメだと思うところは一体どこというテーマで海外の若者にインタビューしてきましたけども、今回もいろんな意見がありましたね。もうオーストラリア私住んで約9年になるんですけど、本当に天気も良くてもう地震とかもほとんどないし、そういう意味でも安全だし、治安も抜群にいいのですごくいいと思うんですけど、今日言ってたお兄さん言ってたようにネット遅いんですよね。どうしたのこれっていうぐらいもう一番いいプランとかでも結構遅いんですよ。ちなみにこの動画を見ている皆さん、日本のいいところ、これは置いておいたとして、日本の悪いところって何だと思いますか？結構これ人それぞれ意見変わってくるんじゃないかなと思います。何かこれっていうのがあればぜひコメント欄でシェアしていただけたらと思います。そしてここまでしっかりこの動画を見てくれた皆さんに超スペシャルなお知らせです。タロサックの公式 LINE、 日頃から僕のチャンネルを見てくれている皆さんに感謝を込め、超大幅アップデートさせていただきました。英語が聞き取れる魔法のワーク、英語動詞完全攻略、英単語超暗記法、今すぐ使える英語相槌フレーズ150選、超頻出日常英会話フレーズ100選、英語の語文形をもう一度分かりやすく、間違うと危険な似てる英単語100選、超現代風瞬間英作文100選、漢詩完全マスター、派生語マスター100選。これら10冊の僕のオリジナルの電子書籍、過去に開催した LINE フレンド限定の無料のライブコーチングに参加してくれた方全員に、これら全てプレゼントさせていただいたものなんですが、チャンネルを見てくれている皆さんに日頃の感謝を込め、全 全てこれら、プレゼントさせていただきたいと思います。また現在期間限定でタロサックがよく使う英語表現30選という新しい電子書籍も、プレゼントさせていただいております。これらの特典受け取りたいという方はこの動画の概要欄の一番上にも僕の公式 LINE のリンクあります。そちら、友達追加していただいて英語フレーズとこの6文字でメッセージを送ってください。他の記号とか他の文字とかは一切含めずに6文字で英語フレーズとメッセージを送ってください。ぜひ僕のオリジナルの英語教材ですね使って知ってるだけじゃなくてしっかり使える英語を身につけていきましょう。フランスって確かに映画祭有名だし美味しい食べ物とかそれこそ綺麗な街並みとかがねイメージとして浮かぶんだけど何かと暴動起こってるよなと。アメリカはアメリカンドリームとか言ってね自由の国なんていう風にも言われてきた気がするんだけども気づいたら大半のアメリカ人にとってもアメリカンドリームっていうのはもうドリームのままで非現実的なものになっちゃってるんだとか。この動画を見たことで海外の若者の考え方を聞きながらちょこっと同時に英語の言い回しなんかも学べちゃった。自分も日本や相手の国のことを英語で話せるようになりたい、意見交換できるようになりたい、そう思っているあなたがそこにいるのであれば見るだけで頭の中グローバル化しちゃったんだよ。最後まで見てくれた皆さんありがとうございます。面白いと思ってもらえた方はチャンネル登録忘れずに高評価も忘れずにまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイバイ。